Beside the point. I hate Joe. Hate him. Cannot stand the guy.
I don't care. So, anyways, not only related stuff, we have a big game that happened last night.
Real big game.
Between the Minnesota Wild and the Chicago Blackhawks.
Sadly, it was during the Sound of Music. So
I think half the league missed the game.
Yep. I read the clips on ESPN. Went well, apparently.
It seemed to, I guess. I don't fucking know. But the Wild were down 3-2 with about 6 minutes to go and ended up pulling out the victory. Jonas Brodin and Marco Scandella, a couple defensemen getting goals. I don't know, good stuff. And
Jonas Brodin is very good.
Everyone could give me a bunch of shit because I like both teams. And
were you pulling for the Hawks then, or?
You know, that's not surprising to me. You've always liked both sides. You've never been able to differentiate. You've always just preferred to have your options open, you know? Like those times in high school, you're like, I might be gay. And I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Those times you're like, I'm not gay. I was like, I also see that.
That's not the case. I like both teams.
He does play for both teams.
I like both of the NHL teams, the Wild and the Blackhawks.
Absolutely.
Fuck yourself.
Analogy for how gay you are.
I was cheering for the Wild last night. I don't know. I find it really entertaining when those teams play against each other. They always have really competitive matches, and it gets the league all riled up for sure. I think Keith ended up with 7 new draft picks after the night was.
Yeah, apparently Mace didn't want to make the deal or something like that. So.
Is that did we determine if that actually is going to be the case, or is it just?
I don't know. That's what Keith said. Can you really trust what Keith says?
Hell no.
That's the answer. No.
All right, well, we have an extremely special guest who came a very long ways just to be on our show. He's a big fan of ours, and I'm a big fan of his show. We have the Slime Man with us today.
Slime Man, how are you doing?
Hey guys, Eric Sylvester, the Slime Man here. I just really want to thank you guys for letting me be on your webcast. I really think it's a really, really awesome thing that you guys do this webcast. I mean, it's a lot like the Slime Man's podcast, except for it's on video. And, the league, this Rick Rambus league, it needs guys like you who are doing things for the league like this, because, there's a lot of guys in the league who don't do a lot. But, you know what, I keep going on and on, I'm sure, so I'll have to quit. But I just want you guys to know that I really, really appreciate it. I'm going to try and make you guys proud and do the best that I can on your show. So, yeah, thanks a lot for having me, guys.
Yeah, we're happy to have you there, Slime Man. I appreciate you coming on.
We're glad you're here.
So what do you got for me today, guys? What do you guys want to do while I was here?
We're going to do a bit of, our last guest, we did a 5-3-4 section, so we're going to have, each one of us has a different question for you that we're really curious about and looking for your insight and opinion.
Oh, I love that. Ozzy. I listen to the Dan Cole, the Common Man show. I know it's a Minnesota thing, and I'm from Illinois and all that stuff. But I listen to that, and I really like that segment. I like that bit, so I'm excited to do it, guys. Let's bring it on.
All right. All right, first question is going to come from me. So Johnny Manziel is quite the hot topic coming out.
Johnny Football, yeah.
Johnny Football is coming out in the draft this year in the Rick Rambus League. What do you think about teams tanking for Manziel, and who do you think is going to end up with them when all is said and done?
Well, I gotta be honest, and by the way, Jake, that's a really, really great question, and I'm really, really happy you asked me that question, because, I'm not a big fan of tanking, I gotta be honest with you. I really don't think it's a really cool thing. I mean, the Rick Rambus League, it's a league of integrity, and when you tank and when you do things that aren't for real in the Rick Rambus League, like doing gimmicks and tanking and all that stuff, it's just not legit. It's not what the Rick Rambus League was built on, so I'm not a big fan of it, and to be honest with you, I really hope that it's a computer team that ends up with the Johnny Manziel, the Johnny Football, because, if it's a user, if it's someone like Keith or someone like Noah who's taken, that's not fair, that's not right, and I think there should be sanctions. So, if I had to say anything, I think it's going to be a computer team, but there's a lot of guys in this league without integrity, so unfortunately it's probably going to go to a user team, but, that's my answer to that question. I hope it satisfied you guys. I hope that it was a good answer, and I'm ready for the next one,
Always satisfying. I agree. I think it should be a computer team, so you got some really great insight. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Jack. Appreciate that.
So, big topic in the Rick Rambus League is what is your favorite frozen pizza? So my question is, Slyman, what is your favorite frozen pizza?
Well, first of all, this question throws me off a little bit because I answered this question. I don't know, did anybody listen to my? There's a telephone ringing. Well, Kenny, he's ruining the webcast here. Anyways, I'm a little distracted now. Oh yeah, going back to the frozen pizza thing. I answered that question already in the last Slyman podcast. I'm not sure if you heard it or not. I'm not sure if you listened, but that Slyman podcast, it's for all of you guys to listen to. So I suggest that you go back and listen to the most recent Slyman podcast to find your answer, because I answered it there.
Oh, I'm sorry to disrespect you. No disrespect. I do listen to the
You just
podcast.
didn't listen to it, and it's pathetic. And you
I'm kind of embarrassed for you right now. I really am. But you know what? You're still learning. So why don't you go ahead and fire off another question for me?
So your best buddy Will actually brought you into the league. So I'm just kind of curious. I think a lot of the league members are curious. You still talk to Will? You still keep in contact with Will?
Oh, Will the Thrill Simon, that's my buddy, that's my pal. I'm really, really glad that you asked me that question. I love Will Simon, of course, we talk all the time. See, what you gotta understand is Will and I, we got a lot in common. We both got kids now. I don't know if you guys knew that. Will had twins.
No
Congratulations.
way, really?
Yeah, he
Oh,
sure
gross.
did. He had some
Gross.
little twins,
Ugh.
and come on now, you guys, you gotta have respect for guys like who have kids. I'm a guy, I got kids, I got a wife, got priorities, you know that? I got things like, Jake, yeah, you got priorities in life, and I'm very, very impressed that you're able to come and do these webcasts despite the priorities you have in your life. But going back to my question, I got a little off topic there. I'm going to get back to the question here. Will Simon, Will the Thrill Simon, he's my buddy. You guys make fun of him a lot, and I've said it for a long time now in a lot of my podcasts. You guys got to give Will a little bit of a break. I'm serious, all right? Yeah, he means well, and a lot of times he just doesn't really know how to socialize with people. He doesn't know the right things to say. Sometimes he offends people. He just wants to be a guy who's liked, take care of his kids, take care of his wife, and just have a good time in the Rick Rambis League. So, going back to the question, I love Will Simon. He's my buddy. He's Will the Thrill. But yeah, good question. You made up for yourself there, Pugsley.
My question is the final question, of course, it's the actual only one related to the league.
All right, I'm
Really,
ready.
because the
I'm
Giant
ready.
Man's
Your
all
question
was
is
related to
your
the
question
league.
was stupid. Everyone.
What is your question?
My question
Oh,
is,
come on, guys, now. Come on.
even though he's the best player in the league, with all the flack that I myself and Wooers get for being gimmicky, why isn't Dusty considered gimmicky?
Wow, yeah, that's a barn burner of a question there. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm gonna have to think about that one for a
That's
second.
why. It's exactly why.
Tough questions. There's some tough questions on this 5-3-4. Anyways, Dusty, why is Dusty not gimmicky? Well, first of all, Kenny, I really don't think you're gimmicky, so I don't know why
not
people
gimmicky.
say that you are.
Yeah,
But
you are.
I
Absolutely gimmicky.
I'll be honest, here's my answer to that question. I think the reason people don't think Dusty's gimmicky is it's not that they don't think he's gimmicky, they just don't talk about it, you guys. Now, you gotta remember, Dusty, he's one of those guys who, I don't know the guy, he's probably a good guy, I know he's got kids like me, but he doesn't participate on the thread, you know? He doesn't talk, he doesn't say anything.
That's true.
So it's kind of like, why do you say anything to a guy who doesn't participate on the thread? He's not gonna say anything back. So, you're really, I think it's less of that people think he's gimmicky and more, why bother? He doesn't say anything. He's not gonna say anything back. So why don't you leave the feedback to the people who are going to talk crap, talk smack, and be on the thread, and that's that. So, I haven't really analyzed this play, so I don't have a really, really, really good answer for you, other than what I told you before. So, I hope that satisfies you. I'm not really sure if that's what you're looking for. Oh, another telephone call.
Production value
Yeah.
through the
Yeah,
roof
we're
today.
really on board here today. But well, I appreciate your time there, Slime Man. You got for some great insight, and I
That
look forward to the
was-
Thanks,
next.
Eric.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Slime.
anytime, guys, and I hope you don't mind. I know you guys asked me to stick around and to be a little bit part of the webcast, and I'd absolutely love to. I really would. But I'm in town in Minnesota at the Mall of America. We're doing some Christmas shopping with my wife and my kid, and she's coming to pick me up any second now. So you guys know priorities. Slime Man's got to get out of here. So if there's nothing else, Slime Man, peace out.
Peace out, Slime Man.
Goodbye,
Special
Slime
guest
Man.
Slime Man as
Goodbye,
joy as
Slime Man.
always.
Hi, Simon.
The podcasts of Slime Man are absolutely fantastic. They're huge hit in the league, and I hope they continue for
At
forever,
least
I think.
another day.
Yeah, always another day. Well, let's move into our next topic. We'll just keep things rolling right along here. We did a new thing here this year in the Rick Rambis League. We
Sim
have
1 Play
We
1.
have a Sim 1 Play 1. So I was curious about, I don't know, how people are kind of thinking about that, like how it turned out.
I like it a lot. The only thing, it's more drafting, it's more picks, it's more player movement, and it's all stuff that I enjoy. It took another 3 days. I know some people can't wait the 3 days. Like you, apparently, you wanted to play that day, even though you were a big
I was ready.
proponent.
Well, the thing was, I got Hakeem Nicks after the first round of free agency, and
Hakeem
I wanted,
Nicks?
and I wanted to play.
Woo!
I wanted to use him right away.
I would not want to use Hakeem Nicks.
You're so full of shit. You spent 3 days talking trade with me about Hakeem Nicks, so fuck
That's
off.
absolutely did not
You're
happen.
so full of
That's-
shit.
You're just making stuff up now. That's all you're doing.
No. But so we ended up having to change the draft around. Just so we ended up simming.
I think we should
rounds
sim
5.
5, 6, and 7
5,
as
6, and
opposed
7.
to just 6 and 7.
See, and the thing is, it's so much more of a crapshoot this time around.
You don't have enough scouting points to really make an impact.
You
in
don't.
anything
Bugsy
after
and
the
I were
second
talking
round.
about this earlier today. Is you just don't get enough scouting points. It's
No.
10,000 scouting points to get to see what the development is on a player.
Yeah.
Bugsy said he hasn't turned his PS3 on in 3 weeks, and he's only at 12,000 scouting points.
Yeah.
So is it going to take 3 weeks to find out the development of one guy that might be slow, and then it's a waste?
Mhm. Yeah, that kind of sucks, but at the same time, it's
But it's
we're doing it twice, and you can kind of. I know Will had the problem where he had the second overall pick, and he went to find which is probably like the fastest wide receiver is going to be in the draft, Mike Evans or the fuck his name was, and it ended up being 80 speed.
Terrible.
So, it's kind of a hit or miss, but I've enjoyed it. I've liked doing more drafts and more off-season stuff. And
I like it too. I think people are gonna get cold on this, and this is kind of where I would get cold on it is that I got someone like CJ Spiller who was 26 years old when we started. I mean, he's 28 right now. So he's going to be 30 the next time I get to use him. I mean,
yeah, he's old. He's going to die soon.
And that's just it. You got guys that are young when the game starts, but they're going to get old, and we're going to have nothing but a bunch of guys that people drafted. So it's going to be interesting to see it play out. But
I think your mind would change if that halfback you would have drafted would have been just as good as Spiller. You wouldn't be saying this. You'd be saying, "I have this new halfback."
Yeah, and he ended up being really fucking terrible.
He's really slow.
Just really
slow.
Slow development. He's
very
tiny, really awful.
Very small person.
Yeah. So, anyways, I don't know. Similar. I don't know. I'm for it. I think we can keep doing it.
Yeah, I like it. So cool. Moving on.
Our next guest is
double guest
here
Double
on
guest
D&D.
tonight.
Double guest
Fantastic
today.
day.
Fantastic.
We're gonna make some room for this
we
guy.
just scoot
'cause
over.
This is great.
Who is it? Who is our other guest?
Who is
Our
our
other
other
guest is, of course, Mr. Joe Bentley.
Oh, Joe! Look at Joe!
Bentley.
Joe.
Donning
wow.
some fantastic attire, aren't you,
Oh,
Joe?
God, don't point that at me.
God, Joe, it's a little chilly out for that.
What's
Joe
up, D&D?
Bentley.
Oh, God.
I really like the outfit, Joe. You're wearing it really well. Let's see that. Yeah.
I'm cutting glass in this cold ass freaking living room here.
Yeah.
So.
See, you guys don't know this off screen. It's about 42 degrees.
It is 42 degrees.
Even over here in August, it's freezing fucking cold.
Yeah, it's very chilly here.
You're welcome.
You disgust me.
Well, unfortunately, this is a product of a very lucky win on Jake's part earlier in the season against me.
How do you beat anyone?
How do I beat anybody?
Yeah.
Ask Joe.
Gimmicks.
Oh, he's probably super gimmicky, isn't he?
Yeah, super.
Doesn't he just run counters like Scotty?
It's
Oh, just counters
I
left and
run
right.
2 counters a game, probably.
It's a combination of gimmicks, and Madden just loves to fuck me over, and so
I get that.
unfortunately, I made the bet, and I'm here to pay up. I would have loved to have shown you all what Jake. You gave me the scarf thing, God, because like I said, I come down here. By the way, a little side note. I come to this D&D podcast. Those of you guys who ever want to do a D&D podcast, just trust me. It's going to cost you a case of beer. You're going to be in a cold-ass room. I get a text 12 minutes before I get here. Bugsy, pick up beer. Whose fucking house? Anyways, that's it.
We didn't make Cooney buy beer.
No, if Cooney didn't have to buy any beer, we just gave him
He's the
beer.
commissioner.
You're afraid of sanctions.
You
You're
don't-
afraid of sanctions. Am I blocking your view? I don't want to make sure you can still see Jake.
No, your nipples are
No,
involved.
okay.
Looks like you're sticking out about a good inch right now.
Put him away!
Anyways.
All right, so our topic that we're bringing Joe Bentley in, we were privy to some really great information from Cooney. We got the Rambus League family rankings sitting in front of us. It hasn't been posted to the thread or anything like that, so we're going to break them down on D&D here today. What do we want to do? Do we want to go?
Just go to us?
Do we want to go bottom to top here, or top to bottom?
Top to bottom.
Top to bottom.
Top to fucking these losers don't get to go first.
All right. Well, I mean, we'll start at the top then. Obviously, our number one is, of course, the Don, Dusty and his 49ers.
No question, best player.
He is.
He's got 14 yards of carry, so I don't know. I have no
I
idea.
saw earlier when Pugsy and I were looking around on his shitty team that Trent Richardson's at about 1,900 rushing yards. We're 7 weeks into the year.
I don't know. He's fucking gonna kill everybody.
Dusty's great.
I think.
You played him last year, right?
No, I play him week 15 this year, and I
Okay.
fully expect him to just absolutely just run me over. I can't stop the run, so.
But you sure are practicing, aren't you? You're doing everything you
I never
can
do
to
it.
make
I'm
sure.
doing it. Just do it.
Watching
every
videos
night.
on the side.
Watching
well,
videos.
I mean, guess who gets to play him this week?
He's gonna blow you up. But going.
I'll get you a blueprint.
Yeah, thanks. That's what I want.
Well,
Jake
in a few weeks, you'll get good practice against me. That'll be like.
It's not gonna be like that. No, Joe.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna beat you mercilessly.
All right, moving on to our made man status. There's 4 guys sitting in here. We have Cooney, Chuck, Kenny, and Woors in that order.
Yeah, okay.
Any
I'm
discrepancies
okay with Cooney being above me, but the fact that Chuck is above me
I
is
thought-
offensive to me.
I thought the same
Chuck
thing.
is fucking garbage. garbage. He's terrible.
Well-
He's a one-trick pony. Oh, I'm going to run the ball and run the ball and run the
In the
ball.
last game that you and Chuck played against each other,
Are you
who
no?
knows?
It's
how
fucking
he's
bullshit.
talking.
Because Chuck, when we played in the Rammus Bowl, the computer beat me. Chuck didn't beat me.
I'm actually interested
Okay,
this week
but
because
if
doesn't
Chuck-
Chuck play Pepple this week?
Yeah,
And
Pepple's
aren't they
gonna,
both
Pepple's gonna fucking
Because they're
blow
both.
him
It's the
up.
battle of gimmicks.
Oh god.
So is Pepple, isn't
And
he?
what does Pepple do?
I don't
Oh,
know, but
Pepple's gimmicky
he's
too.
all of a sudden good.
Oh.
He's all of a sudden
Does
good,
Pepple
which
do?
means
He's gimmicky. That's what he
gimmicky.
does. He's
Yeah.
gimmicky.
he's never been
Have you
good,
ever
so he
thought-
must have found a glitch
Having
and he's
an
taking advantage.
setting your
of it.
audibles isn't
Jesus
gimmicky.
Christ, you guys are worse than me and Kenny.
God, setting your audibles isn't gimmicky.
Yeah, because that's what he does.
Yeah,
Anyways.
Chuck.
All right,
Chuck.
our
I know you
boss
watch.
status.
If you do watch this, Chuck, I don't know if you do or not. Chuck,
This is a little
not
bit
bad.
odd here for me. Is that number 6 on this family rankings list is Ben Seidel.
The people's
And I
champ.
get it. Okay, I get it. Benny made the playoffs and he beat Wooers, which is huge. I get it. But is Benny better than Hoffer or Pepple? I don't fucking think so.
How many people's championship belts do they have? 0.
Maybe there's another question.
How many does Benny have? 1. Benny, you got it.
Maybe there's another question we should be asking though. Who is really playing Benny's team? Because it
It
can't
can't
be
be.
him.
It cannot
So
be.
if it's whoever's really playing his team, then maybe.
Or
But,
who got him in the
come
league?
on.
You think it's you think Stick is jumping on the sticks and just
Well, he
playing it up here?
he
Like,
wouldn't do any better than
No, that's what I'm
Benny
saying.
is.
Who the fuck is playing
I'm
for?
saying Benny went on Craigslist and found some mad rube that he's paying $50 to play every game that he plays, and unfortunately he found a guy who's not good enough to be number 1. So it's just like he found some guy who's like
He's the reigning people's
Above
champ.
average.
I like Benny there.
So,
he's going to
yeah.
make the playoffs
So-
again.
So apparently there's 5 people that are better than anybody on Craigslist. All right, our consigliere here. We have. This is fucking bullshit.
No,
dude. I was
this
so
is a
pissed
good
off
call.
about this.
This is a good
This
call.
is fucking horseshit, Cooney.
This is
You
a
put-
great call.
You put
Celtics comes into
and
the league,
Skins.
makes a
Number
splash,
9.
blows up JPB. You have done shit in 4 years.
4 years,
Celtics.
four Maddens.
That's what I mean. In 4
This is-
actual years,
Oh, yeah.
you have done nothing. Celtics is already a more decorated Madden player than you.
Celtics has played in this league for 2 weeks and he's
Yeah.
1-1.
Yeah.
He beat somebody that I'm pretty sure all 3 of us and maybe even Pugsley beat at one point or another. It's JPB. It's not fucking Dusty.
No, I'm just saying. But JPB was a playoff team last year.
So what?
I was-
I beat Noah this year, and
So-
who was even a playoff team last
Noah's
year?
taking-
I beat
you're
Noah
terrible.
last
That's
year when he was
terrible.
fucking going
No,
on the
you're-
playoffs.
I'm
I'm
terrible.
just surprised Jake hasn't used his go-to thing. Make the playoffs, Celtics, and get back to me.
Yeah,
Jake's made
yeah.
the playoffs
Oh, no
once,
shit.
so that's his
yeah,
go-to.
Yeah, sim your way into the playoffs and get back to me, Celtics. sim a division championship.
I've
get
been
back
one
to
and
me.
done once,
Yeah.
which means I'm better than
Yeah.
you, dick.
Oh,
I am.
my years in 2013 San Francisco 49ers, yeah, 12-4, 8 sim wins. That's
had
you
8
literally
sim
you had
wins.
8 sim wins.
Just fucking say that because you think that it makes your argument. You don't have any evidence to back
It
up.
does. It
You don't know
it
what
does
it
make
is.
your
It's called
argument
truthiness. I don't know the way. I don't think the
I'm
facts
sorry,
can
but
say
he
the
does
truth.
not deserve to be this fucking high. There's no way he is.
I
this
think
good.
Celtics
I
should
don't
be up
care.
there. I think we should make
There's no way.
Celtics honorary made man.
There's-
I handed it out.
Get a vote going.
Get a
man.
vote going amongst the made men.
Oh, so he's a made man now. So he's better than Hoffer and
Yes.
Pepple now too.
As long as he's above you
I
on
just
any
wanna be
list,
clear on
in
that,
any way,
okay?
shape, or form, he's better.
Moving, well, our other consigliere behind Celtics is JPB. I don't really give a shit about that. So.
Yeah, Cecil Shorts. Good luck, JPB. You're a fucking idiot.
We'll get to that.
Oh
later.
god, what a retard.
Underbosses. This is 11 through 14. We have Noah, Scotty, Raffleson, and Mace.
Here's my favorite part about this list: is Noah is actively trying to lose
And has
our
been
games.
for like 3 years.
He's actively trying to lose, and he's like 20 spots higher than you. So Noah literally like taking the ball and running it through his own end zone is better than Jake trying to go forward.
And then you get Scotty,
Which is true.
who plays every game high.
Yeah, Scotty.
who's just behind him.
Like I would try and text him about trades. Scotty would be like, "Kid, I'm too high. I'm smoking weed." I'm like, "That's great, Scotty. I don't give a shit what you do. You know, you're fat." Apparently, Scotty is fat. Has anybody seen a picture of Scotty? If you have, please send it to me.
Oh,
Yeah, I would like to see that.
Will says he's
speaking
like
of pictures.
6'4" and just a bearded fat fuck.
Speaking of pictures, can we talk about how nobody has ever seen a picture of Mace?
No,
I'm probably convinced that he's still black.
Here's my thing: is that I enjoy Mace's little, his mediocre picks, whatever he calls them. They're funny. I like to read them. He doesn't talk on his podcast or his little. He doesn't show his face.
Nope.
Mace, we know you're a black guy. Just be black guy,
It's not really
man.
a
Just
podcast. It's more of just a
Yeah,
I don't know what else to call it.
A post on
A
the
long
thread.
email?
Yeah.
Don't post on the thread. Whatever.
Podcast.
Whatever. You guys.
So what is this a TV miniseries that we do here then?
Ugh. Next week on Dexter.
God.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mace, you're black.
Who else is on that list right there?
But hey,
Rasmussen,
Mad
who I've
Brock.
also beaten.
Yeah,
No big
congrats.
deal or anything.
You beat the powerhouse Browns? Woo!
I did beat the Browns, and they're fucking 5 spots higher than me on this list.
Which is, they should be like
Whatever.
40 spots
Okay,
higher.
now let's get into
Now the real
Let's
deal
find
is
it.
coming
I'm
up.
really curious about why Joe Bentley is at number
45.
15 as a captain in the family rankings. Number 1.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Good job, Joe.
Yeah,
Good job.
He's a very good
It was-
threat contributor.
I have
He,
had 2 competitive games against Mace and Kuntitz, who are both very high up on. And I
Very
think
competitive game.
Oh,
You have had
massively
0 competitive
competitive.
games against anybody higher on that list.
How
too.
competitive were you against your game with me?
who me?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about last season.
Jake, let it go.
This season.
Let it go, Jake.
It was
It
this
it was-
season.
making
That was
things up
weeks
again.
ago.
Kind of like you didn't have 8 sim wins. Okay.
Yeah,
Let's
seriously?
go with what Jake says.
If I have to pick a person to win a game, I'm going to go Joe Bentley.
Yeah, both of you.
Over you.
Plus, I'm way better now.
Oh, God, he's
Oh,
way
yeah.
better.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure
helped
that
him.
you are.
I've figured out the read option.
Yeah.
I got my defense playing like Matt. This
got
is
a- you got a
legit.
pen you writing this stuff
15,
down there?
at least 15.
Here's Jesus Christ.
He's on a path to
There's
15
no
wins
point
this year.
16 and 17, Will and Keith. Who
Oh,
gives a shit?
no one
I'm
gives a
gonna
shit.
waste my time talking about those idiots. And then there's 18, that's me, and then 19 is Bonnie.
Whoa, wait,
So
wait,
at least
Why am I below
What about
you?
you?
Yeah,
Focus on
honestly,
you.
that's the
18,
worst part of
that's
this.
good, man.
Focus on
That's
you.
good.
Why is Pugsley
Fucking
below
touch
you?
me.
Because you are god awful. I mean, literally.
I'm
like,
kind of wondering that myself.
Yeah,
Penny.
Really?
Honestly,
Because I played Pugsley last season. And
You
beat
are the
shit out of
worst
him.
player I've
I
ever
think
played, and
I
I
think the
played
last 3 times
toddlers
I've played
before.
you.
So because you allegedly beat Kenny last week, should you be above him?
We never
Allegedly
even played.
about it. He
We
fucking knows
never
that I beat
even
him.
played.
You.
He sends me
No,
pictures and
it's
goes,
fine.
I'm gonna tell everyone I beat you, and I was like, I don't give a fuck what you do.
It's fine.
And then we
No,
played
I know.
like the next day, and I blew him out of the
I
water.
just can't believe you haven't figured out your
Cooney,
gimmick
closed
yet.
circuit. If you could email me on reasons why Jake's above me, that'd be great. If
Yeah,
you have
could
my
switch
email.
that.
Thank you.
Tony, that'd be great.
Yeah, I'd really like to.
I'm just curious. That's
I got
all.
Several questions that I want to ask Cooney about this.
No one cares about your questions. We're caring about the injustice that is Pugsley below you.
Travesty, man.
It is.
Nelson Mandela.
Nelson Mandela is rolling into his fresh grave. Apartheid never.
Paul Walker in the wild hat.
Yeah.
Nelson Mandela behind the camera.
Paul Walker's driving the
How
car.
did
there.
we get here?
Well, I mean, this is what's insulting. If you're gonna insult me, Cooney, put me last on the list. At least then I get it that you're just insulting.
I'm sure he thought about it.
I think it's
you put
almost
me
better
ahead
this
of
way.
5 different people. That's gonna raise me some eyebrows because you got. I mean, Hoffman, I get it. He's the worst. And
Big
he
Cat
shouldn't be
Colorado.
above anybody ever. Will the Giants, so nobody even fucking.
Why
I
are
think
you
he's a
still
real
in the
guy.
league, Will? Say something.
It's-
But you got to give this guy credit. He's probably has the record for the longest lasting league member who hasn't posted on the thread yet.
He
'Cause most
hasn't said
people-
one word.
Most people are gone by 3 games.
Yeah.
And then,
He's
yeah,
continuing to.
he
is
just
is
won't
playing
stop.
his game?
He's
Has
playing
anyone
his
played
game.
him?
I don't know. He got.
He's
Cam
playing
Newton.
He's also actively like in the league. Like he goes after free agents. He signs people. He cuts
GRB?
everyone else up. He got Cam Newton.
Who's playing him? Anybody
GRB?
here?
I haven't played him.
We tried to play, so he made an effort. I made an
So
effort.
you've actually spoken to this.
I've
person.
spoken to this person.
I have.
We obviously didn't end up playing.
I have
but
contacted him about a trade request
Of
because
course
he's a
you
new
have.
person.
And he better not have or Sanction City.
Well, JRB's in. He's in. We're both in the men's L watch, so.
Yeah, we got 2 rats on the family rankings here. We got GRB and the Panthers, who I feel that's a little disrespectful. I don't think GRB is that bad.
No. He's a great guy.
No, it's not that
That
GRB
was
is
real, that
bad.
would be
It's that
preposterous.
GRB was not there for the
I don't think
season
that
we
he's
drafted. So his team disappeared.
It's-
And he
it's
he
completely
turned the
gone.
game back on and went, "Where are my players?"
Yeah,
And
completely
they're in
gone.
New York now, and it's kind of funny.
Brought to you by Volkswagen.
Same thing.
I do enjoy that he just so quickly will just change allegiances. GRB can be bought. That's what we've learned.
Yeah, that's
He
there's
can be.
there's
He
price.
will be a
There's
whore.
price for GRB.
You can pay for GRB. He'll be like, "Oh, cool. I'll vote for you. I don't care."
And last but not least, we have Hetland and his Bears and his disappearing act that he has been showing us here. Where the
I'm
fuck
not
is
sure.
that
I'm
one?
not sure if he's just hanging on to a spot now for the next Madden 26 or 14
It's
or whatever they call it.
December. Like he,
You know, he's a busy
we're
guy.
8 months away from getting a new
Headland
man.
is very busy.
He
He
had a-
has other things that he does.
He had a pretty great Facebook status today. You get a
I
chance
didn't
to
read
read it.
today's,
It's
but-
pretty great.
I don't look at Facebook because I'm not a 14-year-old girl. So
Well,
Pretty
should
sure
be
you have a
14-year-old
Facebook page. That
I don't do it. Have you ever seen me post anything on there?
I don't know because I'm not.
All the time.
If you were a 14-year-old girl, you'd have some nice boobs right now.
Are you kidding me? I'd be fantastic.
Inappropriate.
I'd look fantastic.
Shut the fuck up.
Don't have your leg hair touch me.
Well, if he's holding out for a spot, I mean, it's not like they're
God damn it,
fucking
Joe.
scarce here. It's not like they're not like we're gonna run out of spots for Hetland to get back in the league next year. 23.
Yeah, I
members.
bet you a couple of people who left for this year are going to come back, though. You don't think Carl's going to come back if he's not busy popping out kids or, I don't know, being a great slow pitch softball pitcher?
He's not. It's not great.
He's better than.
Better than you. Who was the other guy that was there?
By the way, the most impressive part I think of that list is the witness protection. Do you see how?
Oh yeah,
There's 50
There's
people.
more
people
people
are
on
on
there
there
than there are members of the league. I think.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking great.
Does
And
they
I
have
like
a
looking
number?
back at some of the old members and just reflecting on some of the great moments of this league and just thinking about like Dickinson and like some of these fucking guys who DJ Lloyd. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, God. Didn't he
my
have
God.
diabetes?
He was
He had a
one of
case-
JP.
he had a case of the
40. There are 40 people. Oh my
Case of the
God.
beats.
Matt Mulville?
Yeah. Is Jordan on there, too?
No.
What's
Oh,
really
that's a different
impressive
Jordan.
that Slyman's out of the league, but he's still making a concerted effort to
God
be.
bless him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
Can
shit.
you believe that,
Thank you,
guys?
Sly Man, for at least sticking with
Honorary
it.
member there. We should just give him a team that nobody can take, and he's just has
Yeah.
that team. Whether he'd play no more games than what's his nuts is playing.
He
Fucking
puts, he,
Hetland.
he puts more effort in than half the league members.
That's true.
Without question.
Rest in peace, Slime Man.
Is he dead?
He died.
Sorry, Slyman.
He died.
What the fuck is wrong with you? All right. I guess we're in week 7. We can start talking about some playoff predictions. What are people thinking for?
Let's
what's
just
gonna
start
go
off
the
right in the
playoffs?
AFC East.
AFC East, that's
Who's in
my
that,
division.
Who's in that division?
That's my division.
Get out of the way here.
Jake is in my division, although he's not really in my division. Let's face it, people. You are no contest for me. You should
Bills
not.
coming
You
in
should
at
not.
Yeah.
You should
but
not
hey,
even be in the same room as me.
6-1. 6-1.
All,
Hold the
all
playoffs
209 points you scored in 6 games. That's
I
adorable.
bet you finish 500.
Yeah, I'll make that bet right now.
What do you want to bet?
We'll name it.
Pitbull wings at the convention?
Yeah,
Sign here first.
Right there.
you
right
saw
there.
that.
Easiest. All I gotta do is fucking win 3 games.
No, all I gotta do is win
I
a bet
got
against
Dusty
somebody
coming
else.
up next. Fucking cake.
All I gotta do is I did last year. Is I gotta win a bet against somebody else and bet Pitbull wings, and I'll have that bet transfer to Jake.
Genius.
Yeah, so Marcus, make sure you are buying me my Pitbull wings this
Yeah,
year.
Marcus, I owe you $40.
That's right.
Another,
oh yeah, your AFC West.
AFC West, Marcus,
running away with it.
they're running
Bill's
away with
not
it.
even close. He's going to continue to fall off.
Broncos horrible.
Broncos, god awful.
Scotty's on vacation. I just got to play against the Computer Chiefs, and I almost
Is he in
lost.
Amsterdam or
I was just gonna say that.
Probably.
They have ho-hos in Amsterdam. NFC North, one of the only tight races in the league. Look at those fucking look at Nighthawks.
The Nighthawks.
Ugh.
They are not that good, by the way.
No? Yeah. That you were close
Our
to
game was
close
close.
to Joe.
Our game was a close game.
That's
Yeah.
it's Woolers' division.
So.
NFC South. Oh God, Computer
What
Saints.
is going on?
Computer
in the NFC
Saints.
South, Buxley?
I will put money on the Computer Saints right now.
Boys?
Pitbull wings? Pitbull wings?
Who the fuck is going to beat him? Look at who's in
No.
second place. The Buccaneers are a computer team.
Both of you are
ghost of
actively
Dan
trying to
Hogan.
lose.
That's where Johnny's coming. That's where Johnny's coming.
Johnny Football.
Your
really
only
gonna be it.
player of any value on your team is Matt Ryan.
Oh, that's
What do you
and,
mean?
and that's it.
Eagles. Chuck is a fraud,
Another-
a fake made man.
JPB is
I let him
talking
win.
about tanking. I don't think he's going to do anything.
Nope. NFC West.
a
Don't
Rambus
just
Bowl.
keep going.
Dusty's,
Just keep going.
Benny, probably.
Oh
not
God,
gonna be
go to
there.
AFC North. AFC North. Pepple. It's
Pebble.
Pepple's Rafts and Illusion.
Yeah.
Mirage.
Ralphson's.
South. It's
Texans, baby!
It's
Coming on strong!
it's
Yeah,
the
like I said,
Texans.
Joel.
it's not coming
Started
out
out
strong,
1-0,
Joe.
and you haven't won since you lost to me.
You know, here's my dilemma: is I just lose it in the fourth quarter every time. Well, that's
Except
not
for
going
you, when you played against me, you lost pretty much right away in the first quarter.
2 years ago.
That was.
Jesus Christ.
That it?
2 years ago.
Sit down, Joe. You stay for the rest of the show.
No, we got a couple of things that we're gonna.
We're a couple more things we're gonna do here.
Yeah.
We're gonna go over our very special.
No, you wanted to do your
Special-
You wanted to do your
No, we'll do your thing. We'll skip mine for now.
That's going last.
Production, people. This is great production. I'm seeing it live.
All right. Well, whatever. You know, every year I collect all of preposterous statements that people say.
Let me
throughout
just
the
tell you,
year.
there are some fucking doozies this year.
Currently, my list is up over 60 right now. If you
Oh,
have any submissions, I want to get the tournament started at the beginning of the year, and I'll have it finished up by the convention, and we'll announce a winner kind of the same way we did it last year. So,
Just give us
I'll
a
give you
short
a-
glimpse.
I'll give you a
There are
taste.
some fucking spectacular statements in there.
Oh my god! Here, let's see. Benny Boo started a sentence on the thread with, "If I ever win a Rambus Bowl." Kenny, here's one of yours. I'm like the Bill Belichick of Madden.
Not preposterous. Completely
Yes,
true.
it is, but
Totally true.
anytime you compare yourself to a real person
I am like
in an
Bill
actual
Belichick.
NFL
All I
with
do
actual
is
Super Bowl
win
rings on his finger,
or lose terribly.
Jesus Christ!
That's all I do.
It
Is
is
I
not
either win
the
a lot
same.
or I lose terribly.
Oh, here's one that we were talking about earlier with JPB. He fucking muttered this to Kenny. "No way, my boy Cecil Shorts is sick." And this is after this is how he was justifying trading Des Bryant
For a
to
defensive tackle.
For a
Very
defensive
slow
tackle.
Defensive tackle.
Kenny. Justifying it because he has Cecil Shorts.
Cecil Shorts the third.
Keith has a good one here. I don't know how much fun it could be for him. I know I wouldn't want to completely ass whoop every single asshole in this league. That wouldn't be fun at all. I'd hate it.
It sounds like it'd be
Like,
a
who the
blast.
fuck are you kidding, Keith?
Sounds like it'd be a
I
blast.
kind of stopped listening after the first word, anyways. With him.
Seriously. Let's find a good Bentley one.
God, no, there's none in there.
No, there are. The purple pink controller is for real, though. This guy is playoff bound next season, guaranteed. How'd that work out?
I was close. I was on the cusp. A few gimmicks, one way or the other, and I'd be good to go.
Here's another one. Now I got RG3 down. Hashtag destruction.
Right, I literally just gave you RG3.
You did.
I did.
And you didn't do shit.
That was great. I did all right.
A couple more here. Raffleson. I love drafting. I think Raffleson bitched more than most people during that whole debacle. Let's see. Will, I've never quit anything in my life.
Weight loss.
It was just like 6 months after he quit the league, and inexplicably for like how many months?
What was he doing?
This is
He got
before-
beat by somebody beat him too.
I
wasn't
think
It was
Cooney
Cooney.
blew him up,
Cooney
and then
beat
he
him
just
like
disappeared.
60-3.
I still don't get
quit.
that.
He was tired of the league and he's contemplating quitting, so he left it for a little bit. But he came back because we were giving him too much shit.
Let's get someone obscure here going. Let's see. Chuck. There's no such thing as a gimmick. Either you can figure it out or you can't. Kenny's Hurry Up, My Wildcat, Dusty's Zone Read, JPB.
And that
Hurry
right
Up
there is
Run.
reason.
All of it is
Chuck,
defensible.
You used
no
the Wildcat.
excuses.
Chuck, you used the Wildcat. That's ridiculous.
Chuck, you use the Wildcat.
God.
I've never played you, but I'm just gonna
Oh
take
God. I hope I play Chuck soon so I can poop on his face.
All right, here's a.
Here,
This will be the last one. I have to imagine this one is going to end up being a #1 seed because it is so unbelievably preposterous. This is like Raffleson of last year type preposterous. This is Justin Wooers. Figuring out the computer is hard. It's so unpredictable. Oh my god. You want one more?
No.
We got time for one more.
We got time for one more. Mace. Those were fair trades. Unlike the retardos that Cooney and Kenny trade with, the computer won't allow itself to get raped in trades.
what a debacle that
Oh
whole
my
mess
God.
was. The fucking computer bit shit. And,
Absolutely unbelievable. Well, this has been our show. This has been one of my favorite D&D episodes.
Double guest.
Double guest. We had Sly Man and our
Good to see Sly Man.
I guess you could call a good friend, but not really good friend, Joe.
You're a
Bentley.
good friend. I hate you, Joe.
Yeah. Well, we'll see you in a couple weeks. So.
Yeah, we appreciate having you.
Yeah,
on.
we will.
It'll be a close
motherfucker.
game if you don't gimmick. How about you take the gimmick away?
Nope. I'm gonna find every gimmick I can against you.
All right.
Every
Anyways,
single
we'll see
one.
you later.